Okay, so today I'm going to go over what you need for closing day. I know we're going backwards, but bear with me. So basically on the day of closing, you want to make sure you have your ID. You want to make sure you have the funds to close, and that can be cashier's check, a bank check, or a wire. You also want to make sure that you do a final walkthrough. I highly recommend that you do the final walkthrough right before your closing, or as close to the closing as you possibly can, because basically that's the last opportunity to get to see the house before you actually sign off on it. So say worst case scenario, there was a storm the night before and lightning struck your house and you signed off of it, you didn't see it, then that's your house now. You can't go back on that. So you want to make sure that you check that out. You also want to make sure if there was any repairs that needed to be done by the seller, you want to make sure that they were done. Okay, because sellers sometimes they want to take a quick way out just because they're busy. I'm not saying they're trying to be dishonest. Sometimes something happened and they didn't do what they needed to do, or they forgot or whatever. So just it's always very important to check. I mean, it can't hurt. And then while you're doing the final walkthrough, you want to make sure that everything works the way that it was working before. Obviously, if it was broken when you did an inspection and it's broken now and you guys never agreed to fix it, then don't bring it up. But if say something is broken, you want to make sure that you bring that up to your attorney or whoever's helping you close before you sign the documents, because if you say something afterwards, it's not going to help anyone. Your ID is important because they want to make sure that you are who you say you are. Okay, make sure that you bring an updated ID. Make sure it's not expired. So if it is expired and you're going to close, make sure you get that updated. As far as your proof of funds, I know that it's super frustrating because a lot of lenders don't give you the final numbers until the day of. I've gotten a lot of buyers who get very frustrated, almost like pissed. Okay, do not let that ruin your closing day. It's a very special day. Just know that it can happen. So what you can do is you can just ask your lender to give you like a rough estimate, bring a little bit more. Worst case scenario, the title company writes out a check in your name and they give you the difference. Like I said, don't let something so small like this ruin this happy day. And after that, just take lots of pictures and enjoy your day. Make sure you keep your records somewhere safe in case you need them. Otherwise, usually your attorney, if you're in a state that requires an attorney, usually they keep a copy, and the title company always keeps a copy. But just make sure you keep it in a safe place and then get ready to move in. I will be posting more about real estate. So if you guys have any questions, please comment below and I will try to answer all your questions. There's no such thing as a silly question. Everything's valid, especially if you've never bought a house.